Japanese is so difficult to learn. I can't stress this enough. I thought I would be leaps and bounds ahead of where I was. People say you can do it really quickly. It's a slow process. Like, there's no magic trick, there's no shortcuts. If you go faster, then so be it. And well done for going faster and being able to learn it in a year or two. But for me, not being able to learn it as fast as other people is really discouraging. So you know the famous saying, comparison is the thief of joy. It's so true. It's so true, especially when it comes to language learning. This video may not be like everyone else's. This is the way you should learn Japanese, but this is what I'm going to do. This is my strategy, and if you want to learn from it with me, you can do. If you want to comment down below and help me too, and we can exchange kind of tips and pointers, that would be great. Of course, my aim is to pass the GLPT, but it's kind of a sub quest, it's a side quest. The main focus is just to improve my Japanese in general, and that's what I've been trying to do, but I felt like I was getting just drowning in the Japanese, the Nihongo, and I felt like I needed some structure to my language learning, and that's the main reason why I'm doing the N3. Not that I really care about passing the test, but if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna pass that test. You get what I'm saying? So the most terrifying thing that people talk about when it comes to learning Japanese, and the most scary thing, and the thing that I was avoiding for a long time, is kanji. And I've been avoiding it a little bit because I really want to concentrate on talking and speaking. I could speak a little bit now, so now I really want to progress and pass this test. So I'm really learning kanji every day, and I think that's what it takes to learn kanji every day. And I'm someone who works a lot, so time is kind of difficult, and that's why I'm saying don't compare yourself to others, because everyone's time is different too. I don't have a teacher, so I'm self-studying as well. App that really helps me learn kanji is Wanikani. It uses a space repetition system to test your kanji knowledge. So if you haven't seen that kanji in a while, it'll probably come up later. And if you're confident at using it and reading it, then the less likely it's gonna come up, but it's constantly just throwing it in there so you can re-jog your memory. And the other way I'm tackling kanji, because I really don't think that's enough, because there's so many readings of kanji, is making flashcards. Let me just get it for you 1 second. Look at this. I wish this was money. What? No. That was stupid. It wasn't even a good joke. Yeah, so this is it. So I've got this one here, and I've just got the base word, so I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what I'm doing, but there's so many unyomi and kunyomi readings that I don't think it's practical to try and remember all the readings, but it's better to learn the words, in my opinion. I'm not going to remember that. I know myself, I'm not going to remember the kunyomi reading, and I'm just hoping that naturally it starts clicking as I see words. And Wanikani actually goes through the kunyomi reading, so I'm getting some of it from Wanikani. So I'm just trying to remember words and symbols, and then I flash it, and then once I know it, I'm kind of doing space repetition by myself. So if I know it, I'll put it in the confident pile. If I don't know it, I'll put it in the weak pile, and I practice the weak cards more, and then once in a while I'll go through the confident pile. I want to learn Japanese not just to pass the test, but to actually be able to practically use it and efficiently use it, effectively use it. And immersion is really important for me, and I'm sure I'm picking up words that are useful in the test, and also grammatical structures that I learn, and then I can listen and then really affirm it into my brain. So the way I'm doing that is podcasts, and I'll put a link to all the podcasts I listen to in the description. I watch Netflix, and there's a debate about whether subtitles are using subtitles are good or not. Obviously it's better to watch without subtitles, but it's so discouraging not being able to understand. It's really frustrating, and after a day of work, it's kind of really demoralizing. So what I'm doing is I'm switching in between. So sometimes I watch with subtitles. I have phases. Sometimes I watch without, and depending on how I feel. But important to do without subtitles, because you can kind of try and gauge what's happening with the little knowledge that you have, and piece it together and learn new words and hear words that you've already learned. And I try and do that with the subtitles as well, and not concentrating too much on the subtitles, and just watch and switching between focusing on subtitles. And because the input is English when you're reading, right? So you want to trying to take in as much Japanese as you can. So I consciously make decisions not to look at the subtitles while I have the subtitles on for a bit and switch in between. So you got to think the best way for you. I recommend reading manga that you already know, or anime series that you've already watched and you know the story. So some words try and research and find out and look up, and other words just let yourself time to enjoy reading it and just enjoy. I think that's the main thing. I think it's so easy to not enjoy this process, but you need to enjoy it to not get disheartened and stop. So sometimes allow yourself to just not know and flick through the pictures and obviously read it, but not knowing some words is okay. You just need to be consistent with it. Read something you enjoy. So I got the classics, Dragon Ball and Hunter x Hunter, because I know the stories really well and it's not that much of a pain if I don't understand something. Yokai Watch, I got this game. I'm playing this at the moment, and it's easy for my level. It's easy to understand. It's got a furigana, so when I'm reading, I can I don't have to read the kanji. I can read the hiragana above it. It's made for children, right? So it's a fun game to play. A little bit like Pokemon. It gets compared to Pokemon a lot, but just really simple language, and I'm learning a lot from it. It's not too hard for me. Sometimes it is, but it's not too hard. I think if you jump into other games, I tried Breath of the Wild. I tried Tears of the Kingdom, and oh my God, that was so hard that I didn't want to play it. So just pick up something. Don't pitch yourself too high, and also not too low, but at my level, low is kind of hard to find anyway, so try and find the right game or something for you. Obviously, I talked about immersion, and there's a lot of input. I want that input, and I want more input through structure and through books, and this is specific to the JLPT, giving you vocab and grammatical structures that you will have to identify and know when you do the test. So the books I'm using for this, for N4, which I still am, so I got to keep on learning N4. These are Shinkansen Master. I got M4, got the vocabulary and grammar. I just plunge through them. I don't waste too much time trying to fully understand it because it's really hard to do that. So I just try and plunge through the text to a page or two each day or every other day. Not of every book, by the way, of one book, and then I'll do a page of another book. I just do it as I feel. That's what I'm saying. Structurally, I could be better, but I feel going from different things helps me enjoy the process a bit more, rather than being rigid and strict and saying I have to do this book today, because sometimes I'm not feeling it. So as long as I'm doing something to develop my language goals every day, I'm pretty happy. The grammar book, Shinkansen, Shinkansen Master, is pretty difficult to understand just from the book. So it's like if I see a grammar point, I watch a YouTube video as well and learn like that. I think these books are really good. They're quite difficult to understand without a teacher, so I recommend them. The questions are quite hard as well. So if you want to challenge, use these books. The vocabulary book's a bit easier to understand because it's just vocab. But if you supplement it with a YouTube video, you can really improve. And it takes some while to get a grammar to click in your head, so try not to get too frustrated, as I do all the time, because it doesn't click. I study and it doesn't click. And then for the N3, I'm trying these books out, which is Nihongo so Matome. Nihongo so Matome. Yeah, Nihongo so Matome. And these are the N3 books. Very, very easy to understand, easier to understand than the Shinkansen Masters, but questions are kind of easy. They're kind of easy to answer, so I think they're easier than the JLPT questions, and the Shinkansen Master is harder than the JLPT questions, so you won't get discouraged. That's the main thing, but I just think you need a variety of different sources and materials for your input. I might get the reading, listening, and they have other books as well, but at the moment it's vocab and kanji, which I haven't started yet. I'm just getting my base N3 knowledge, and then I'll review it using this book. For the reading, because there's a reading section in the JLPT, listening, there's no speaking, but there's a listening. So for listening and reading, I would look at online materials, try and find mock tests and do the mock tests. And then YouTube's really good for listening. There's listening questions, M3 questions. I just practice doing that. I've got 7 months or so to do the test, so I'm gonna just do a random test here and there for 2 hours and then see my development, not get stressed about the result and just keep doing that, yeah. And then there's some online sources that I really like. One is Game Gengo, and grammatically, see I don't have a grammar book of these. For the M3, I don't have any grammar book, so it's really important that I learn the grammar somehow. So at the moment I'm using YouTube videos. One video in particular is really helping me to get like the little base of the grammar points is Game Gengo's M3, and if you don't know who Game Gengo is, he makes YouTube videos and he teaches Japanese through games, and it's really fun and effective way to learn, and he breaks it down so easy. So he's got a whole video on M3 that's about 6 hours long, so I'm just plowing through that bit by bit, put it into Anki. Oh, I forgot about Anki! Yeah, I put it into Anki, and then I just review it all the time. Yeah, Anki. Everything I learn during the day, I stick it right into Anki. It's not my preferred way of learning, and I don't think it's that suitable for me, but it definitely helps. It's like a little Pokedex of all the knowledge that I've learned. So if I wanna go into that Pokedex and review some words and not get it lost, I just put it into Anki, review it. I don't know how much it works for me, to be honest, if I'm completely honest. Because sometimes I review it and it still doesn't go in, so it probably works for you a lot better, but I still find it like it gives me peace of mind that I have everything that I learned during the day on a system, and that I haven't lost it, because paper is easily lost. So I'll continue to do it. I think it will go in eventually. Some words do, some words don't. I think that's just the way it is. Just do the steps every day and everything will fall into. You have to trust the process, just like anything in life. Trust it, trust yourself to get better. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and comment below. Please help me out. Yeah, your tips and tricks, and also like what you learned from this video. If it helped you, that would go a long way for me as well. So thank you, and as always, stay blessed.